Hello, you lovely people. Welcome back to Love Story Gaming, where I am doing a solo playthrough of Bloodborne. It is very good to have you. Let's get right to it. Alright, so last time I kicked the shit out of the cleric beast. Today we are going to be doing a few things and then making a run on Papa Gascan. Now, I might, in fact, yeah, screw it, I'm going for it. Today I'm also going to try and take out Eileen early. There's a very specific way it has to be done. I'm also kind of hurting for health right now, as far as blood vials go. Oh, that's that guy's worst attack by a wide margin. But I am at a point where I'm starting to kick a little bit of ass. I like that point. Alright, let me think here. Yeah. So the Eileen quick kill, or early kill, is pretty fucking risky. There's a very good chance, I would say almost 100% chance, I'm not going to get it on my first try. But it involves luring her out. It involves dealing a lot of damage to her up, then aggroing her, making her fall off the rafters, and that probably won't be enough to kill her. So, at that point, she will chase me to the ends of the earth. And that is exactly where I'm going to bring her. Hi, Bella. It's really good to see you. Yeah, she is great. She's actually probably my favorite character in the game. However, she also drops when she dies, which is normally at the end of her quest line. She drops the Crow Hunter badge. Where are you? There you are. Which is what you need to buy the weapons we're going to be using for this run. Gonna get her emote.
Prepare. Still what? What
So,
are you still?
Her entire deal is that she is a hunter of hunters. Let me clear out some of this so I don't get caught up on everything. There was one time that I went to go do this kill, and I ran back, and I got caught on a barrel, and she got me. So, her entire deal is doing the hunt, imbibing the blood, will make you go mad, and she's here to kill you when you do. Hi, Irene. Good to see you. Alright, we're gonna... 1, 2... And we're gonna... Nope.
Look at you, you sorry drunk.
There we go.
I'll string you up like the filthy beast you are.
Yeah, I know you will. I'm actually terrified right now. Please don't do this to me. Oh, this did not go as I wanted it to. Oh, this is not going my way at all.
You still have dreams?
I think I got the wrong rafters. Bye, Irene. I miss you already. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lure her off of the rafters in just such a way that she falls and does most of her health. And there's no way I can do this in one go now. It is possible after you hit her a few times and then smack her in the back to get her to just die when she falls. But now she's got way too much health. So we're going to be using a little quirk in how the game loads areas to basically void her out of existence. Still got to make her fall down the rafters, which is the hardest part of this trick. Because here's the thing, for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, she just plain doesn't want to die. It's selfish, I tell you. But if I'm not mistaken, I think she is immediately going to be aggroed. Alright, so I ran on that one. Yeah, I think it's this one I gotta run on to get her to fall. Eileen? Hey, Eileen. How you doing? Alright, now we're... Okay. Come on, Eileen. Oh, shoot. Nope. Well, this may still work. Where are you? This may not work. I don't think she's down here. I don't think she took the bait. A moment of silence for the skill I used to have in this game. It was gone too soon. God, I might have to farm some health vials before too long. Once again, running away, surprisingly viable strategy. You know, actually, you know what would be interesting is a pacifist run of this game, where you only kill the bosses you absolutely need to. I wonder if anyone's done that. Pretty sure those dogs will chase me no matter how far I go. Aw, good pupper. How can I be mad at you? Alright. And we're off. Goodbye. Alright, cool. So that's step 1. Step 2. We're going to make her stop existing. First we're going to do battle, which is risky. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, Eileen, where are you? There you are. Come on, Eileen. Do-do-do-do-do, Eileen. Boo-do-boo-do-boo. Squee-da-da-ba, Eileen. Come on, Eileen, and run through the street. Please don't shoot me, girl. I just want your knives. Come on, Eileen to lure, yeah, come on. Eileen, I'll lure you here. Where are you? Oh, I thought that was her. It is her! Ah! Come on. Come on, baby, where are you? I need my crow waifu. Where are you even walking right now? Oh yeah, you're... Come on, baby. Come on, right over here. Yeah, there you go. Come and get me. No, that is incorrect. Nope. Almost. What? Wait, why? Why that? No, wrong ladder. Oh my god. Oh my god. Eileen, are you okay? Did you hit your head in the fall? Because I am so sorry. I did not mean to do that to you. Oh my god, I think she might be stuck. Woo! Okay. Well, come on, Eileen. Okay, well that's something different. What is going on? Oh my god, I love this so much. I have never seen this happen before. Alright, we're gonna try to do this. Wow, are you just bound and determined to keep doing that? Nope, there we go. Wow, okay. Alright, there we go. There we go. Wow. I ain't even mad. This is hilarious. Come on, baby. Alright, and now there should be a blink. Yep, there it is. Now what that was is the game is unloading the previous area and loading the next one. But what that means is unfortunate things for our dear friend Eileen. Because I think that's her right there on the ladder. Yep. Now normally she just falls off and dies. I can't seem to kick down like I normally... There we go. Eventually, we're going to get her to fall too. There it is.
Go on like this.
Woo! And that's how you glitch kill Eileen. Now, there is no way in hell we're going to be able to get the Blades of Mercy right off the bat. Those things, if I remember right, cost 40,000 blood echoes. And, yeah, that's a bit much for this point in the game. So, instead... That didn't work like I wanted it to. So instead, we're going to be doing that after the Bloodstarved Beast. Because after the Bloodstarved Beast, and then 1 or 2 layers of a dungeon, we get access to a dungeon that will allow me to accrue a lot of blood echoes real fast for absolutely zero work, which is what we're going to be using to get the final build early. Alright. Now, let's go explore the sewers properly. So, I tell you what, I'm going to do something a little special. Nope, not that way. Yeah, I'm going to do something a little bit special. This game, I love this game. It means a lot to me. And I would like to share it with you. So, here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up to the lamp here, go level up, and when I get back into Central Yarnum, I am going to be putting a password and opening co-op. And anyone who wants to join me can do so. And that is going to be something that I'm going to be doing for every episode of Bloodborne ongoing. Now, right now, we don't have a lot of subscribers, we don't have a lot of viewers, but if anyone who is watching does want to join, you are going to be more than welcome to.
Welcome home, good heart. What is it you... Very well, let me...
Alright, let's see. Already got good skill, we're going to boost some vitality while we can. Ooh, I wonder if... Nope. Alright. So now, if we go to the Bath Messengers, we can buy the Blades of Mercy. Now, it's going to be a bit before we can get to those, but once we do, it's going to be fun. Let's go Central Yarnum. All right. All right. Already got a password on. We're going to go real simple this time. Love Store, because we can't do Love Story. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop that in the chat as well. Alright, might as well go ahead and set these up while I'm here. And we are open. Alright, so let's take another stroll around Yarnum. I don't want to make a run on Papa Gas Can quite yet. Not when I can gather some supplies and get a little bit stronger. Papa Gascoigne is pretty tough. Or he can be. It's been a while since I fought him solo. These guys usually have good drop rates for... I should have seen that coming. Yeah, these guys usually have good drop rates for blood vials. Hell yeah. I don't think I opened that yet, so let's go do that. Alright, while we're just having ourselves a nice stroll through Yharnam, let's have a chat about the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Lovecraft. And just don't realize it. Lovecraft is the guy responsible for Cthulhu, which there for a while was like the internet's darling. He was a writer back in the 1920s who wrote a lot of horror, and his special kind of horror was different than what you would find elsewhere. He focused a lot on interesting aesthetic choices, grime, ugliness, muck, which, compared to some of the sterility of horror at the time, was way different. It shocked the readers with its description of... I wonder if I can sneak up on him. The man was an excellent wordsmith, and even when trying to get across that something was indescribable, he managed to make it feel real. Lovecraft is a big influence on my own writing. Not just in style, especially not in style. His early work is really hard to read stylistically. But the real contribution he made to horror was the cosmic horror genre. The monsters, the creatures, the gods of Lovecraft. They were beyond our understanding. They were beyond our morality. We were to them as ants are to us. And at the time, that was an absolutely horrifying thought. This was the real advent of scientific categorization. If I'm not mistaken, and somebody please correct me if I am, but I believe that the systematic classification, taxonomy of the animal kingdom was brand new at the time. It couldn't have been very old, especially by scientific standards, where the world of science moves at a snail's pace. What Lovecraft did was take a lot of the things that science takes for granted, or that science was just discovering, and he made the unknown of it horrifying. And I really appreciate that about him. Now, sometimes it didn't work out very well. Sometimes you would get, a story where the inability to categorize a monster by all modern scientific, or at that time modern scientific understanding, was terrifying. The way he describes the Shoggoth and at the Mountain of Madness always stuck with me. And his descriptions were intentional. The Shoggoth is a massive, shambling creature with an Icarus black oozing body. From the depths of its body, mouths and eyes and forelimbs all sprouted and bubbled up and festered, only to pop and be reabsorbed into the mass. There is nothing like that in biology, which was what the primary horror of it is. Oh, I need to go get a new coat. I'm going to go get a new coat before we move on. The Shoggoth is an amazing work of horror, and it was born out of Lovecraft's lack of understanding, very intentional lack of understanding, and his anxiety over the classification of life. So that you get a good story in. Sometimes you also get stories like Cool Air, in which somebody managed to keep themselves alive. And I swear, it's a lot better when you're reading it. But when you stand back and then take a look at it, you realize that it's kind of stupid. It's a story about a doctor, a scientist, who is managing to keep himself alive past his own death by keeping the environment around him completely controlled, thanks to a newfangled at the time invention called air conditioning. Yeah, not all of them are winners. But Lovecraft introduced the unknown as horrifying on a cosmic scale. And his creatures, the way he wrote about them, the way he wrote the discovery of them. Oh, I gotta go over here. Alright. I'm gonna show y'all my favorite cheese in Central Yarnum. Come on, baby. Sucks to be you. You can't go through a door. Chunky boy. Yeah, Arkham Horror is just... It is Lovecraft. That is, it's a board game on Lovecraft stuff. And I love Arkham Horror. It's one of my absolute favorite tabletop games. D&D is my normal jam. I've been DMing for... Jesus, over half my life at this point have I been playing D&D. And I've been DMing for over half of that. But Arkham Horror is wonderful. I haven't played in a long time. I don't know, maybe we'll play it on stream sometime. But if you are familiar with Arkham Horror, then you're familiar with Lovecraft and a lot of his creatures. You're familiar with a lot of his themes. I love Lovecraft's work and his themes and his creatures and his stories, which is why it's really frustrating that H.P. Lovecraft was a racist dickbag. And it's even more frustrating that some of his best stories were born out of him being a racist dickbag. And I've struggled with that for a long time. Now, I'm not going to just drop that and then not give examples to back up my thesis here. I mean, this is not revolutionary thought. People who are way smarter, way more studied, and way more passionate about Lovecraft than I am have beaten this topic to death. But, oh shit, speaking of being beaten to death. Cool. So, Lovecraft is a racist, and racist themes were all over his stories. Now, sometimes they were there in the background. For example, in the Call of Cthulhu, the cult in the bayou to Cthulhu, Lovecraft was very keen on making sure that we knew that they were all different ethnicities. It's really frustrating, because I want to unironically love Lovecraft. My two go-to examples are the character of Nyarlathotep and the story The Shadow over Innsmouth, which are my favorite Lovecraft. Nyarlathotep is my second favorite Lovecraft entity. I really like the obscure Abhoth, the father of all filth, just because I think that's pretty cool. But Nyarlathotep is... he's so cool. Nyarlathotep is one of his outer gods, and unlike a lot of the other outer gods, Excuse me, sir, would you like a haircut? Unlike a lot of the other outer gods, Nyarlathotep understands us. Nyarlathotep likes to fuck with us. Nyarlathotep knows how people think, and he manipulates that. He's called by many names, my favorite one being the Crawling Chaos. But more appropriately is the God of 1,000 Faces. Not only is he just an amazing magician, can channel all kinds of cosmic power, but his defining thing is that he is a shapeshifter who takes on any form he needs in order to accomplish his goals, and his goal is often to spread chaos. Now, Lovecraft's works are in public domain, and Nyarlathotep has shown up in a lot of stories. Stephen King uses Nyarlathotep from time to time, disguised as some of his characters. I know Randall Flagg from The Gunslinger is, according to Stephen King, that's Nyarlathotep. And it goes further than that, because technically, any villain in fiction, especially the ones that exist to spread chaos, any of them could be Nyarlathotep, just trying to fuck with you. And that is incredible, to think that any villain in any story could be Nyarlathotep is inspiring. I've written Nyarlathotep in disguise as villains in collaborative stories I do with people, or even in my D&D campaigns. Hell, I believe Nyarlathotep is in this game. I think that the moon presence, due to bearing a striking physical similarity, and in the fact that the moon presence likes to fuck with people, I think the moon presence is Nyarlathotep. Which is why it's really frustrating that Nyarlathotep is fucking born out of racism. In the original stories of Nyarlathotep, Lovecraft described him as being a tall, thin, dark-skinned man with Middle Eastern features. He was an Egyptian pharaoh, or he dressed as an Egyptian pharaoh. And he would go around using his magic and his trinkets to trick people, almost always white people, and bring about their destruction. And on its own, like without the context of H.P. Lovecraft and his well-known racism, that alone, you could kind of say, okay, whatever, he's a shapeshifter. Until you start to peel back the layers, right, I was going that way. Until you start to peel back the layers of what Nyarlathotep represents. Everything represents something in Lovecraft. Abhath, the god I mentioned earlier, is a primordial pool of filth from which all defilement, from which all grime and nastiness and filth originates. Well, Lovecraft was a well-known germaphobe. He hated things being unclean. Cthulhu is the great caretaker of the old gods, who sleeps dead and dreaming in the ocean. Well, Lovecraft was afraid of the ocean. In fact, a lot of his gods reflected that thalassophobia. So what does Nyarlathotep represent? Well, you have somebody who, yes, is a shapeshifter, can take any form they choose, but is initially presented as a stereotypical Egyptian or Middle Eastern man who wants to bring about the ruin of society. It's not hard to extrapolate that Nyarlathotep represents H.P. Lovecraft's fear of the other. I think it's no coincidence that the only outer god, the only one of his creations that cares about humanity, well, okay, let me rephrase, that cares enough to fuck with humanity, is often coded as a person of color or as another ethnicity. Hell, his character of oh, you better don't. His character of the Mad Arab and the Necronomicon. Look, I could go on listing these things all day. The point is, one of the most brilliant fictional villains of all time very probably represents Lovecraft's fear of other races and the destruction they could bring, the duplicity of their infiltration into society. And that's really hard for me to square with. Nyarlathotep is such a good concept. And Nyarlathotep is rooted completely in the author's fear and hatred of other people, of other ethnicities. Then we've got the Shadow over Innsmouth. The Shadow over Innsmouth is my absolute favorite story Lovecraft ever wrote. It's a masterclass of slow burn building up horror, and it has some expositional issues, which all of Lovecraft's work has exposition issues. Is there anything down here? Do I remember that right? But this one is a complete story with a great twist ending. And one of the central conceits of the story is, in this town of Innsmouth, the people of the town for generations have had a deal with the Deep Ones. Fish people from the bottom of the sea, worshippers of the great god Dagon. Oh, there's a piggy boy down there. In exchange for gold and riches and wealth, the people of Innsmouth are expected to produce offspring with the fish people of Dagon. And over time, almost the entire community, if not the entire community, if I remember right, it's been a while since I've read it, but I think it was kind of vague. Almost the entire community, or the entire community, eventually matures into fish folk. Alright, I'm going to show you a really fun thing. You come here, you circle around, these mad lads are going to be coming after you, and you just come over here, and you sit down and enjoy. Poor bastards. They never stood a chance. And the story is about a man who gets trapped in this community while traveling. And it is so good. It's one of my, like, the Shadow over Innsmouth actually has an entire section of this game in the DLC that is a giant reference to it. That's how influential that one story is. It might, besides Call of Cthulhu, it might be his most popular work. And again, the story was born out of racism. And there's no real way to square that circle. It's the core of the story focuses on the horror of interbreeding with different people. And given H.P. Lovecraft's well-known opinions on other ethnicities, it's not hard to see what inspired that particular horror. Alright, shortcut open. So how do you square off with that? How do you deal with the fact that one of your favorite stories and one of your favorite villains from somebody who's objectively a good author, how do you deal with the fact that all of that is tied to really shitty themes, really shitty origins? And for a long time, I had no idea. And then I played Bloodborne. Lovecraft's themes, his ideas on cosmic horror, they're everywhere in Bloodborne. But absolutely none of his racism is. Bye, Piggy. I miss you already. Bloodborne is far from the first, but it was my first exposure to the idea of reclaiming Lovecraft's work from Lovecraft. One of my absolute favorite analysts, Lindsay Ellis, said in one of her videos that it is possible to enjoy something while still being critical of its problematic elements. And that kind of defines my relationship to H.P. Lovecraft's original work. I can't, in good conscience, ever ignore the things that make Ooh, wait, no, I have pebbles. It's a good day, I have pebbles. Boop. I think it's irresponsible as someone who consumes media. I think it's irresponsible to ever... Ow. Yeah, it's irresponsible to let werewolves hit you with a big metal stick. Asshole. But it's also irresponsible to ignore these parts of the stories we like. But what Bloodborne inspired in me was the idea that you could sink into the ground and fall into the void. But also that you could take the themes, the elements that really resonate, that work, that transcend the author, and you can apply them without the baggage associated in new contexts. Now, one of the really good examples of this was Lovecraft Country. Now, full disclosure, I was not a huge fan of Lovecraft Country, but the idea behind it is something that I absolutely love. Taking H.P. Lovecraft's themes and reclaiming them for the African American community. I would absolutely love to hook up a generator to H.P. Lovecraft's grave, because if he knew that something like Lovecraft Country was taking his work and recontextualizing it, challenging its racist origins, reappropriating it to something even better, well, shit, I think we could power an entire city based on him spinning on his grave alone. And you know what? Fuck him. Fuck H.P. Lovecraft. Now, I love his work,
What? Very well.
but I would rather his work never exist, and all of the inspirations on all of the stories and all of the inspirations on my personal writing and my personal life to vanish if it means purging that kind of racist bullshit from the world. But since I don't have the ability to make that happen, I'm really happy to see modern writers, modern storytellers help modern game devs like Miyazaki and Bloodborne. I'm really happy to see them taking the good ideas and recontextualizing them on their own terms. Bloodborne means a hell of a lot to me, not just because it's a great game, but because the way it recontextualized something I was ashamed to like and turned it into something that I could transform and enjoy the transformed version of. Ow. This game helped change my creative life, and I will forever be grateful to it for that. This game showed me that you can use these themes without the place that these themes came from. Now granted, Bloodborne is a completely different mythos to H.P. Lovecraft's original work. You know, barring potential Nyarlathotep. But Bloodborne is what got me looking for new interpretations of Lovecraft. And oh man, there are so many good ones out there. One of these days I might compile a list for you guys. Hell, candidly, so I'm working on a book myself. God, one day I hope my name could be added to that list too. So anyway, that's my very brief discussion on H.P. Lovecraft and how I don't just think that it is possible, I think it is necessary to reappropriate these themes from problematic roots. And the same thing goes for me. Look, being an author, being a storyteller, it's my dream. It is my passion. If I could quit everything but writing, I would. If I could make my living telling stories, and maybe one day I will. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, kind of what I'm working towards. It's tough because you gotta make the bills, right? I like to think I'm okay at it as a writer, as a storyteller. And I'll get better in time, for sure. I've been doing it long enough. I would hope I'm at least okay by now. But the same goes for me. If I ever introduce anything that is cool or good or other people can expand on. And even though I promise this is never my intent, it comes from a really bad or problematic place. My hope is that other people, better people, will take my ideas, divorce them from that place, and make something better out of it. One of the things that I love about reclaiming Bloodborne, especially with works like Lovecraft Country, is H.P. Lovecraft to... Well, technically it's not friendly to anybody, but it's especially not friendly to people of ethnicities that H.P. Lovecraft himself didn't like, or was afraid of, or hated. Reclaiming that work can introduce a whole new audience to some great ideas. I think it's not only important, I think it is necessary for themes in works to be reclaimed, especially if their origin is exclusionary. I think any story can be a living story. And I think it's our responsibility to bring it to life in a way that others can enjoy. And it's this guy's responsibility to bring me to death in a way that I don't enjoy. I'm coming back for you, baby. Anyway, that's my little rant about Bloodborne and Lovecraft and how it all kind of intermingles, and how Bloodborne is a really good example of reclaiming Lovecraftian themes. So that's the context that I'm going to be keeping in mind moving forward in this series. This game helps to finish what H.P. Lovecraft started. I'm trying to think of if H.P. Lovecraft wrote this story and how just impossibly racist it would be. I'm thankful for the things that he introduced to horror. And I'm glad he's not around to introduce anything else. Used to be an exploit in this game where you could jump over this fence and down into that yard, and then you have access to a mid-level area of the game really early. Great for farming. Excuse me, sir, do you want a haircut? I may have made a mistake. God, I love this weapon. This weapon is so much better than the saw cleaver. All right. We are coming up on an hour on the stream. I'm gonna try not to get my ass kicked here. Maybe grab another level or two, and then we are going to... Ooh, I might even be able to upgrade my cleaver here. And we are going to take a run at Papa Gas Can. Ow. Dick. How do I keep forgetting that you're there? Man, I remember back when I first got this game. Like, it was a problem.
Welcome. What is... Very well.
Alright, we're gonna get some vitality. We can't get some vitality yet. Let's see. I know we picked up some cold blood. Oh, that'll do it. Ooh, if I pop them all, maybe able to get a few levels here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and... We're gonna go ahead and put some stuff here. Yeah. Let me upgrade before I... Yeah. Ooh, I could upgrade it twice. Yeah, let's do that. Probably going to be using this at least until I get Blades of Mercy.
Welcome. What? Very well. Let me...
Probably pop one. Yep. Alright. We're going to make a run at Papa Gascoigne. Alright. Central Yardum. God, I just really love this game. It's not often that I call a work of media a masterpiece, but if this one ain't there, it's damn close. Like, it holds a permanent position on my top 5 favorite games, easy. That will never get old. Yeah, once you get to a certain point, things like insight or blood vials, they're not ever going to be an issue. Which, I don't know. I do not like... One criticism that I have is I don't like the insight system in this game. At best, it's just another currency that makes the game harder. Which, interesting idea. Okay, granted. At worst, it's just a roadblock to doing things fun. And I'm not gonna fuck with them. I'm not really okay with that, to be honest with you. Like, co-op is my big criticism. Ow. 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 Alright. Hey, I've got an idea for a strategy. How about I don't suck? There you go. That's how you do a strategy.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Alright, you've got a wide reach on that thing, and you only stagger when you feel like it. Oh, and you're fast. But... skill build. Now, if I remember right, this is about the time where he's gonna... Yep! Go absolutely ape shit. Okay, I don't know why the music box didn't stagger him there, but... Alright. Speaking of... This is a story channel, goddammit. Let's look at the music box. Small music box received from a young Yarnum girl. Plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. 2 names can be made out, however faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. So, the man that we are about to go get our ass handed to us again by is the father of the little girl. The one that she said her mother went out looking for. The mother identified by a red brooch. It actually does, Bella, and that is when I wait to do the music box. Because you only get 3 staggers. He only staggers 3 times in total for the entirety of the fight. After that, the music box stops working. So, his beast mode is, I mean, obviously the hardest mode. He gets fast, he gets aggressive, and he hits like a runaway train. So, my normal strat is to stagger him 3 times in beast mode. If I can get behind him to deliver a power hit, then I do. Sometimes I get lucky and he staggers. God, I love that trick. Most of the time he doesn't, though. Anyone drop any goodies for me? Nope. Yeah, because his first two phases are kind of easy enough. Especially for a skill build, because if you can catch him, and you can do a visceral on him... Oh, you're just right off the bat. See, I've leveled up and upgraded my damage enough that he is... Ah, damn it, missed you. Yeah, I got greedy. That he takes a lot of damage. Ah, I forgot that burst like that. Yeah, there's that stagger. Alright, now. I think once he gets far enough in an animation, he can't stagger anymore. Come on, come on, get away, get away! God damn it! All right, so I think I just got to go for it. I'll stagger him once, and then I'll just stop sucking at this game. Got to be more aggressive. I'm trying to play a little too defensively when he gets into his beast mode. I can't do that. Not in Bloodborne. Bloodborne rewards aggression, and I really appreciate that as a gameplay design. It is tradition to wave at them as they fail. Dang it. How are you alive? Drop anything for me? Nope. Useless in life, useless in death. Alright. Ow. Ow. I swear I'm getting worse at this fight. Who gave you a one-handed blunderbuss? Asking for a friend. Jesus. Could we maybe not with that? I'd like to speak with your manager, sir. Oh, spin to win, bastard. Hey, maybe could you don't? Jesus, this guy hits deceptively fast. Yeah, gotta heal, gotta heal. Alright, now we're talking. Now we're cooking with grease. Come on, where are you? Will you... There you go. Just kind of, if you don't mind. Ow, dude. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? One of these days I will learn from my own mistakes, but it will not be this day. I don't get it. I don't know why he's not staggering more than once. Maybe I'm just doing it at the wrong times. Maybe he's locking into animations. I can reliably stagger him right at the start of things. I don't know how I'm doing on bullets, but I'm gonna do some farming. Yeah, Daddy Gas Can hits. Papa Spank. That's 2 bullets. Probably I'm going to use one more on the troll, the end of the bridge. Okay, but I can double round and get the wheelchair guy is guaranteed to drop bullets. I'm getting a good surplus of blood vials. Like, I'm doing some good damage to him. Especially when he's in his first 2 phases. I'm rusty is what it is. This is entirely a me problem. And that's one of the things that I absolutely adore about this game. And I feel like it's true about this game much more than it's true about any other game in the Soul series, besides maybe Sekiro, but I have not played Sekiro. One of these days I will get around to it. But in Bloodborne especially, 9 times out of 10, if you get your ass handed to you, it's your own damn fault. Like in that last fight, I let myself get cornered. Oh, right. I let myself get cornered, and I tried to do a music box, just because that's just my instinct at this point, is to use the music box to stagger him. And it was a dumb play, and I got punished for it. Alright. Alright, he's probably going to do his little skitter strike right off the bat. Yep, there it is. Maybe we could not, sir. Are you going to run out of bullets? Go and transform. We know you wanna. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, god damn it. Okay, come on. Ow. Damn it. Music box time. There we go. Nope, 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 nope. We don't like that. Alright. Woo! Alright. Well. Okay then. So, going back to Gascoigne's story, if you tiptoe around here, you find a woman. Oh, that's not good. With a red jeweled brooch. So let's take a look at that, shall we? A woman's bright red brooch engraved with the name Viola. That is the name that was on the music box. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter, used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. With a proper workshop tool, various weapons can be fortified. Now there are a few ways this story can go. Unfortunately, now that I've started the story, there is no chance for a happy ending. But, we don't actually need that lamp because we've got another one coming right up. But we are going to go ahead and return the brooch to Gascoigne's daughter. She needs to know. The fastest way is through the piggy tunnel. Okay, I lied, it's not. But it's the most appropriate way. Because in this little tunnel here is our favorite little piggy friend. Now, because this game is on the PlayStation and has not been ported, at least not yet, to PC, there are actually very few enemies in the game that we know the official name for, but the pig is one of them, because he can be a boss in the Chalice dungeons. And that is called the Man-Eater Boar, which is one of the just coolest names there is. Hey, remember that time Eileen just stopped existing? Good times. Alright, let's do the thing.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Mr. Hunter, was it really her?
Oh.
Mummy, don't leave me alone.
Now I feel bad. I'm sure this will be fine. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. I just wanted to hit something. The noises these corpses make are so weird. Oh hey, this guy left me a present. All right. Now we are going to do the next lantern. We are going to ascend to Odin Chapel. And then I think that's where we're going to call it for the night. But we're going to get some stuff in here first. The Blood Gem Workshop tool. That's going to come in handy. But we have a nice little bit of foreshadowing. The Bergenware spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. Well, at this point, I don't know what the hell that means, so I'm just going to go over here. But no, that is a nice bit of foreshadowing to Rom and Rom's role in this. And also is one of the things I don't like about environmental storytelling. That note is really easy to miss. And it's actually, if I remember right, it is the mirror of a note that you find in Bergenworth. I'm going to have more to say about environmental storytelling in the next episode, because there's going to be more to analyze. Because next up, God, I hate this. Next up, we are doing the Blood-Starved Beast. The Blood-Starved Beast is that one boss for me. The Blood-Starved Beast kicks my ass. But that's what we're doing next. We're going to explore Odin Chapel a little bit, then head into Old Yarnum and embarrass myself. Gonna level up some
Welcome.
first.
What is it? Very well. Let me.
Okay, we're gonna buff vitality. Then we're gonna focus on endurance a little bit, because this is a high endurance build that I'm gonna be going for. The more I can move, the more I can swing my knives, the better I'm gonna be. So these are going to be our 3 stats. We're going to get these babies up as high as we can. Skill, we're going to get to 50. Vitality, probably to 50. Endurance, I don't know. We'll see how many levels. I am going to stop at 120 for this character. So however many I can put into endurance past that.
Farewell, good mate.
Alright, so that is going to do it for tonight. Thank you everyone for joining me. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. It has been absolutely great, a wonderful pleasure to be here with you tonight. I need you all to have a wonderful rest of your evening. Remember, I love you all, and there is nothing you can do about it. Good night, everybody.